How you doing, guys? Anthony Monetti here from anthonysgym.com. Just trying to bring you back into my life, okay? I feel most comfortable in a bodybuilding event, okay? I think I grew up on the bodybuilding stage, and I grew up with bodybuilding. And I say that in terms of bodybuilding has brought me so much, not just a nice physique. It brought me discipline and structure, and I've met probably the coolest fucking people ever at a bodybuilding competition. So I always feel most comfortable when I can reconnect with some of the people that have influenced my life to the hilt. Okay. So first and foremost, Karen Monetti. She was here. Let me just ask you a few questions, Karen. You were here 10 years ago,
10 years
right?
ago.
And you won this competition,
yes.
Right? How does it feel coming back 10 years later with some pretty powerful titles under your belt? Miss Universe, Miss World. So give me a little bit of your top of your brain right now.
I hate being on the spot. I don't know. I feel old, first off. 10 years I've been in the game. It's pretty exciting. This is a really big show, usually. It's a super pro qualifier, so usually you get a lot of great competition. But this is where my career started, and it's really cool to see what my journey's been in the past 10 years and where I'm at now. You know, it's pretty cool.
Good stuff, right? How do you feel the competition is evolved since you were on stage 10 years ago?
You want my honest opinion of today?
Yeah.
Or
yeah, go for it.
Horrible. I think we had better competition years ago. I was really disappointed today to see what was brought to the stage. The level of athleticism was not there, and I was so disappointed. There's a fucking pro card on the line for every class. I'm sorry, but I get so aggravated because the women that were in front of us, I don't think they could ever compete in the pro level at this point. Their posing was horrible. They need to really get on their presentation and their diets a little bit better and really polish. And it's just sad to see that. I think the sport is being watered down so much.
Why do you think it is? I was just
being watered down?
Yeah.
I think there's too many natural organizations. You have probably 5 brand new ones that have come out, and they're just pumping them out like there's no, I don't know, there's no like honor anymore, I think, in the industry. And it's really sad to see. Like, I was expecting so much more today. This used to be such a pristine show.
What can we do to improve it?
You know, I think that people have to realize that some of these smaller organizations are not always the best to compete in, because it's not cool to win if there's only 2 people in a class. We need to come together and be the best of the best. We usually produce the best of the best, and if you really want to take your career to the next level, you got to show up with the best. And I think that's part of it. Right?
Agreed.
Does that make sense?
Does
that sound like bitchy?
No.
Because I'm so sad. Like, the only class that I can really say brought their game was the bantamweights.
Right.
The open men bantamweights, hands down, was the best class of the day. All other classes I'm very disappointed in.
You heard it here first. Real
Yeah.
quick. How in the world do you judge the bikini
That is
play?
the hardest. I absolutely hate judging bikini. And men's fitness. I don't like judging them either, because it's so subjective with who you think looks the best on stage. There's no exact guideline saying, okay, well, we're looking for this kind of conditioning. First of all, the girls need to stop moving so much. They need to pose better, and their suits need to get back to regulation, because there should be no thongs, way too tiny. It's starting to get a little too raunchy. The class is starting to get lost. Actually, the class in elegance is starting to get lost, and it's just really embarrassing to see. Actually, even from a female, like, I'm looking at the girls getting uncomfortable, because I think what we know best body to be is no longer what it is, because again, it's so watered down with all these organizations that just let anything go, that now they're all coming here and trying to compete and get a pro card, that it's just so watered down. It's hard to say to somebody, well, you're more beautiful than that one, so I think you win. And that's really what that class is all about. It's really challenging. It's my least favorite category, even though I compete in it. I don't like it.
I agree. It's very difficult. It's like everybody starts looking the same after a while. You know, everybody starts looking, and they
get
pop,
too,
pop,
it's too
pop,
much. Like, when you're standing there, they're here. Like, we had to correct them how many times? Because you can't see them if you move too much, and then they're bending over, and there's no bathing suit on their backside. It's really getting a little too. I think we need to pull the reins back in and make it a little bit more classy again.
Totally agree. Awesome.
It's a physique competition.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay, thanks. That's my spiel.
Thanks for caring.